on the next writing lesson. So previous lessons, last time we have learned, we have discussed about what topic? For and against essays, yeah? So now we have the next, today's topic is opinion essays. Now I will give some brief information, explanation about this unit, this topic, then we will do some exercises. The first thing now is the explanation of the new topic. So first, what do we learn in this lesson, in this presentation? So opinion essays. And then first we will discuss the structure of opinion essays, then language, what language used, what tenses, and the other formal or informal style, then writing skills, third main thing. How to write, how to improve, how to give our words, our examples when we write opinion essays. So, first slide. Before learning today's topic, we have to know, we have to identify what is opinion essays. First, opinion essay is a type of writing where the writer first expresses the personal opinion. Pay attention, you should give your personal opinion. Then author supports it with reasons and examples. Reasons and examples. Why you think or why you say this opinion, you should give your reason and example. Then you should present ideas in a clear and a logical way. This rule depends on any kind of writing, yes? Every essay or every writing must be clear and a logical way. Logically must be clear. So, the purpose of opinion essays. First, you should show your point of view, your opinion. Second, you should persuade the reader with your opinion. Then third, develop critical thinking skills. Critical thinking skills is very important skill because in the future you should analyze the information and you should, you should evaluate any kind of information in critical way. So, purpose of opinion essay is one is developing critical thinking skills. So, in the next slide, we will see common question types. What kind of questions you will be given and what you should write or what you should give. First, do you agree or disagree? Question. Then, to what extent do you agree for the statement? And the third, is it positive or negative? For example, do you agree that technology improves education? This is one example or one essay topic or opinion essays. Now, in the next presentations or during the explanation, we will we will see around this topic. So, before learning, we should know the structure of opinion essays. How we'll write structure. First, introduction, as usual, we should give introduction, we should write. And in introduction, now we'll see what do we write in introductory part. Then, paragraph 1, after giving introduction, we should give our paragraph. In paragraph 1, what do we write? First, state the topic and your opinion clearly. State the topic and the main body. In the main body, you may write 2 or more paragraphs. So, first the viewpoint 1 and the reason. For example, you should write one topic sentence about the topic, and it will be your first viewpoint. And to explain, to clarify your viewpoint, you should give examples or you should give clarification for your opinion, because you should insist or believe your reader to your opinion. Then, in the next paragraph, you may give your next viewpoint. And then you should write reasons as well. And the next paragraph, you may give the opposing viewpoint on the given topic. Then you may write conclusion. What do you write in conclusion or in final paragraph? Restate your opinion using different words. Pay attention to this information. Restate your opinion. Restate. You should restate your opinion which are written in the introductory part. And then using, of course, you should use with different words, but your opinion, your idea should be kept, which is given in the introduction. So, also you may include more viewpoints and therefore more paragraphs in the opinion essays, in the main body, of course. So now we'll see some examples. This is the structure of opinion essays. So we'll see examples of opinion essays. On that time, I will explain which is viewpoint and which is reason, which one is example. In the introduction, we should introduce the topic, paraphrase the question, do not write, do not copy the question. We should paraphrase the question with different words, different ideas, but you should keep the main idea of the or main topic of your opinion essay. Then clearly state your opinion on the given topic. For example, you may use this kind of prompts, this kind of phrases. For example, I strongly believe that technology plays a crucial role in education. This is just for introduction. In body paragraphs, each paragraph should include one main idea. For each paragraph, we should give one main idea. And the explanation, you should explain your idea. By explaining, by clarifying, by giving some examples, you may widen your main body. And then in that way, you won't be any problems with lacking of words. This is difficult for English learners to write more words, yeah? But if you learn giving examples in essays, it won't be a problem to write more words. And then example phrases. Firstly, another reason, this just for example. Conclusion. Restate your opinion. What did you write in your introduction? And then you should restate your opinion with different words. Now we have mentioned about it. And then summarize key ideas. Key ideas. In your main body, you have written 2 or 3 topic sentences or key ideas. You should give these key ideas in final paragraph. Now we'll see the example in the next following slides. And now the next important thing in writing essay or everything in writing, linking words. We should use different linking words like this. You can see these linking words on your notebook or on your textbooks. Now, here is given some types of linking words and the examples. For example, to express opinion, you may use these expressions. For example, I believe, in my opinion, I think, in my view, and the others. So, to list points, to add more points, to introduce contrasting viewpoints, and to conclude, you may use these kind of expressions or sentences, words you may use. So, is it visible?
Yes.
Because this is the example for opinion essay. Now we'll discuss, we'll explain this essay, this example. So, topic is, are you in favor of or against exams being abolished. Abolish means remake or alt taslab, bolmaz. So this topic is about in Karakalpak language, in our language, imtihanlarda sözlerden alt taslab, yani imtihansız sözlerde bakalav degan temada opinion essay yazıp nazireti ulaştı. So, look at the first introduction. In the introduction, we can see two sentences. This is just small example, and because if we give long example, it will be very difficult to understand and to see. So, just small example. First, look at the introduction. First, given rhetoric question is too much emphasis placed on examination results today. In my view, author using this in my view, their role needs to be re-examined if they are to continue to play a part in the educational system. So, author is going to discuss about these ideas. So look at this first main body, main paragraph, then second paragraph, and this is, look at these words. It is ambiguous. This paragraph is opposing viewpoint to these viewpoints. So, and this is conclusion. And in the first place, exams do not actually test a person's knowledge of a subject, but rather how much they can remember on the day of the exam. In addition, facts such as students feeling unwell or suffering from a case of nerves on the day of the exams are not taken into consideration. So this is the topic sentence, and the author giving linking words in addition, and this is example or clarification, justification of this topic sentence. In the following paragraphs, you can see this kind of cycle. First given topic sentence, then example, and also using this kind of linking words. And look at the conclusion. In conclusion, it seems to be unfair to give a person only one chance to show what they are capable of. I think that the whole educational system needs to be changed so that exams are not the only way of assessing students' knowledge. Look at this conclusion and this introduction. These ideas, these opinions, are given in the introduction. So author is restating the his or her opinion by using different words. That's all about shortly about the opinion essays. Now we'll do some exercises, some practices. So by doing practice, we may improve our writing skills.